What is the alliance system? The alliance system is when two or more countries create an agreement to support each other during conflicts. Once Germany became an independent nation, Germany sought more land and wanted to become a world power. Because of the goals of Germany and the acts of other nations, alliances started forming. While these agreements were created, most of them were created in secret. They were created in secret due to the fear of competing nations gaining more power. One of those behind closed door alliances was between the Ottomans and Germany. The Ottomans joined Germany because of their early victories and the pressure that Russia was asserting on the Turkish Straits. Because of the growing power and pressure asserted by nations, these agreements were seen as a safety net and added security against other nations. But this was also a pitfall. Wars with one nation became wars with many nations. Another other alliances formed was because Germany was starting to gain military power, mainly focusing on naval strength to combat the English Navy. Germany also needed more territory for its booming economy. All of this gave Germany the confidence to build their sea as a world power. Austria was also looking to gain more influence across Europe, and because of Germany's rise in power, Austria made an alliance with Germany. Because of that alliance and perceived threat of Germany, other countries started to form more and more alliances. And because of that perceived threat, certain nations started gaining more power. Those same nations create more and more alliances, and again, once one country goes to war, all countries go to war. One of the main alliances was between France, Russia, and England. This alliance was called the Triple Entente, while the competing alliance was called the Triple Alliance. That included Italy, Germany, and Austria. Italy is a little odd in the sense that they started the war in the alliance with Germany, but they were neutral for the first year or so. But soon after that, they flipped and joined the Triple Entente. So in the Triple Entente, Russia was sworn to support Serbia, and Austria had just had their heir to the Austrian throne murdered by a Serbian terrorist. A war was destined to take place between Austria and Serbia. And because of the Alliance Pact, Russia was sworn to support Serbia's war, and Germany was sworn to support Austria's war. And once Germany and Russia entered the war, everyone else started to enter the war.
Yeah, so World War I was a fight between two major alliances of countries, the Allied powers and the Central powers, the Allied powers being formed as a defense against the aggression of Germany and the Central powers. This pretty much all started when Austria would declare war on Serbia, which kind of led to Germany declaring war on Russia on July 31st, 1914. Russia and Germany entered fairly early on in the war as a result of Germany expecting Russia to defend Serbia, and Germany wanted to back their allies, Austria. The Russian Empire would also include Poland and Finland, and they were in the war until just after the Russian Revolution, when Russia signed a peace treaty with Germany on March 3rd, 1918. After Russia joined, France came in too. Germany declared war on France on August 3rd, 1914, and France was preparing for this after Germany and Russia went to war. Majority of the fighting along the western front of Europe took place inside of France, and after France joined, that would lead to Britain entering the war after Germany invaded Belgium. So Britain declared war on Germany on August 4th, 1914. British troops joined the French troops on the Western Front to stop the advance of Germany across Western Europe. After this, we have the United States, who took a while to join. They remained neutral during the war, however, entered the war on the side of the Allied powers April 6, 1917, which was pretty late on in the war, and they declared war on Germany, and this led to around 4,355,000 American troops being mobilized, with about 116,000 of them losing their lives.
So this is going to be the concluding part of our project on the alliances, and I'm pretty much just going to conclude and tell you why it's important and why we study this. So this is important because we still see alliances in today's world with like the NATO pact, with some of the main nations in that would be the United States, Germany, France, Japan and South Korea. And then we have, like, I guess the enemies against them, which would be China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. And there's a bunch of other places in there, but those are just kind of the main ones that I found. Um, and times have changed though, so it's not going to be like the same if we're trying to compare. But if we were to get into something like a big war, who really knows what it could look like? It could be, nuclear warfare, or it could be something with like robots or like satellites where they're like taking out everything. Like, we don't really know what a crazy war like that could look like, just because times have changed. But the point is that there's still alliances today, and if enough happens, we could get into something where people are joining a war because they are alliance with someone else. So we still see things like that in today's society. So it's just good to be aware of that and have knowledge on that and know what is happening. So yeah, thank you for your time.